Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Amma ba'd. Jadi kita sambung kitab apa namanya begini, First Steps in Arabic Grammar, Al-Khatawat Al-Ula fi Al-Qawa'id Al-Arabiyyah. Lesson Ad-Dars Al-Khamis Ashar kan? Betul iaitu lesson 15, lesson 15. Okay, so this is a new lesson lah. So do we need to go through before this? Tak ya, kita dah tinggal 2 kali kan? Dah 2 kali. Okay, Dars Al-Khamis Ashar, Taqsim Al-Asma min haythu al-adadi al-mufradu wal-muthanna. Taqsim, the division, al-asma of nouns, min haythu, according to, al-adad, numbers, al-mufradu, singular, wa, and al-muthanna, dual. So that's the meaning of the word, the Arabic phrase lah. Taqsim al-asma min haythu al-adadi al-mufradu wal-muthanna. Okay. So English nouns have only 2 numbers. English nouns have only 2 numbers, singular and plural. However, in Arabic, on the other hand, has 3 numbers, singular for 1, dual specifically for 2, and plural for 3 and above, 3 and up. Thus, Arabic has the dual number as an extra, which does not exist in English. This is the difference between Arabic and English. Even in Malay pun kita tak ada. In Malay pun tak ada. We don't have this dual. Okay, all the nouns, the next point, all the nouns introduced thus far were in the singular forms, and few were used in the plural forms. No dual nouns were introduced. So this is the first time we meet duals. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to introduce the dual forms of nouns in comparative perspective with their singular counterparts, so that you learn how to make duals from singulars. Okay, now let's read and examine the following parallel examples. So we go from right to left. From the singular dulu, lepas tu pergi ke dual. So from right to left. So al-mufrad, the singular, you read hadha kitabun jadidun. This is a new book. Hadha, this kitabun, a book, tapi jadidun comes after, so there, as we mentioned before, new book, the opposite in Arabic. However, the other, the dual, al-muthanna, the dual. So it says here, hadhani kitabani jadidani. Okay, so these are 2 new books. So you can see the difference. Hadha dalam the first one, and then hadhani, dia ada tambah nun, baris bawah. Biasanya kalau kita nampak nun, kalau yang bukan dual, dia biasanya baris atas, tapi di sini baris bawah. So hadhani, this shows usually kalau macam ni keadaan dia akan jadi dual. It's a dual. So hadhani, and then we have kitabani, meaning 2 books, Dia tambah apa? Berapa apa dia? Apa yang dia tambah? Huruf alif nun. Alif nun. Here dia tambah alif nun. Sebab hadha dah ada alif. Hadha has alif. Tapi jadi tak payah nak tambah. Whereas in kitab atau kitabun, there's no alif. So you tambah alif nun. And then jadidani is dia tambah apa pula kat situ? Alif nun juga. Alif nun juga. So apa nama ni? You can see the hadha, this pun ambil dua, it becomes a dual. And then the two things which we point towards pun take the dual form juga. Hadani, these, these. Kalau in English, these can be two or more, and these can be two or more. Tapi in Arabic, this dia ada hadha for singular, hadani for apa nama ni, dual, for dual. And then lebih pada tu ada lain pula. Okay, kitabani jadidani. So you will see, kalau tambahan untuk dual ni banding dengan singular, the singular it mentions kitabun, maknanya ni is biasanya tanda tanwin ataupun tanda depan, tanda depan. Kitabun jadidun. Untuk dalam dual, tanda depan ni apa dia? It is the alif tu. Alif tu is the tanda depan. Alif nun. Jadi alif nun. Jadi alif tu tanda depan. Maknanya ni dipanggil apa ni? Kalau you nak in this form of apa nama, in the sentence, apa nama, jumlah ismiyah, where you say this is a book, this is something, this is something. So dia dua-duanya actually, kalau kita kata ar-rajulu saminun, the man is gemuk, dua-dua tanda depan, kan? Dua-dua tanda depan. Hadha ni pun sebenarnya tanda depan, tapi dia tak boleh nak nampak je, tak nampak sahaja. Hadha ni. Jadi kitabun jadi dia pun tanda depan juga. Tapi bila dah masuk kepada dual, tanda depan tu zahir pada apa? Pada alif tu. Alif tu. Then later we will see a different way of writing the dual. Okay. Read on. Hadhihi talibatun nashitatun. This is an active female student. The word female tu mesti letak, sebab dia ada apa? Tamarbutah. So talibatun nashitatun. Nashitatun describes the talibah, and the description is active. Okay, that is the meaning of hadhihi talibatun nashitatun. Tapi bila dia jadi apa nama ni, dual, dia jadi muthanna, dia kata hatani talibatani nashitatani. Hatani talibatani nashitatan. Jadi dia tambah apa? Alif nun to all of it except for the front one. The front one, kalau you tulis hadhihi, nak tambah alif nun jadi pelik, tak boleh. Jadi dia letak hatani. This is how they write in Arabic untuk this. Hatani talibatani, tambah apa? Alif nun. Nashitatan tambah apa? Alif nun juga. So the difference between hadha and hadhihi, bila dia jadi dual, apa dia? Hadha becomes hadhihi becomes hatani. Okay. Yes.
Yang ujung mesti baris bawah ke?
Yang mana?
Yang masyhur ni mesti semua baris bawah ke?
Semua baris bawah. Kalau dia dual, dia baris bawah. Alif ataupun ya. The next one yang kita akan baca nanti, the next page tu will be ya. So those are tanda-tanda untuk dual, something apa nama ni, tanda dual. So we read on. Huwa ustadun mashhurun. Huwa means he, ustadun professor, mashhurun famous. So dekat sini talking about male or female? Male. Kalau female dia ustadzah, ustadzah. Jadi huwa ustadzun mashhurun, he is a famous male professor. Male professor. Okay, now we want to describe dual pula, muthanna. So we go to huma ustadzani mashhurani. Okay, again the first word is, it used to be huwa, now it becomes a dual. Macam mana nak tulis dual? Dia jadi huma. Jadi huwa, huma, and huma applies to male and female. We will see next line. So huwa, huma is for dual, and then we have ustadzani mashhurani. Apa yang tambah di situ? Alif nun juga untuk both words. The words, the noun, and then we have the sifat. Dia punya sifat dia masyhuran, dia masyhur, masyhur. So you can see the trend is always the same. Whenever there's a two, you're describing a two, showing pointing towards two, a dual, something which is dual, you always have the isyarat tu as a dual, and then you have the what it is. Macam contohnya sini professor, jadi dual juga. Yang describe the professor ke whatever, the noun tu becomes a dual juga. Semua jadi dual. Okay, we go to the next. Hiya dhaifatun amrikiyatun. Okay, hiya means she, dhaifatun guest. Female or female? Male or female? Female. Okay, amrikiyatun from America ataupun American. American. Female or male? Female juga. So kat sini we must always remember lah, bila ada ta marbutah di situ, it is female. Tapi kalau dia bukan female, macam mana nak sebut? Amriki, amrikiyun. Jadi dia tak ada ta marbutah tu. Okay, so kat sini hiya dhaifatun amrikiyah, she is an American guest. So macam mana nak ubah jadi two females? So we go to the next. Huma dhaifatani amrikiyatani. Okay, amrikiyatani. Okay, they are two American female guests. Okay, we can see dia, yang ini dengan yang atas tadi. For male and female is the same untuk dual. For he, kalau he is huwa, seorang. Kalau perempuan is hiya. But kalau dua orang, huma lelaki, perempuan huma juga, sama juga. Sama juga. Okay, and then you have dhaifatan dengan amrikiyatan. Tambah apa di ujung dua-dua? Alif nun juga. Okay, we go to the next. Hal anta talibun arabiyyun. Okay, hal maknanya adakah ataupun are you. It's basically it is a sign of a question. It's a question. Okay, hal anta means you. Talibun, Arabiyyun, Arab. So okay, are you a male Arab student? Salam. Are you a male Arab student? Okay, now how to convert that into dual? Okay, we read on. Hal antuma talibani Arabiyyani. Hal meaning are you, ataupun a question. Antuma, you in apa ni, dual untuk you dual, antuma. Okey, antuma. Okey, di sini kegunaannya untuk apa? Lelaki atau perempuan? Lelaki, antuma. And then we have talibani. Talibani arabiyani. The difference between yang ini dengan singular apa? Alif nun. Alif nun. So it's the same every time, except for bila ada isim isyarat, nama isyarat macam hadani, hatani, ataupun huma. Dengan sekarang ni kita dah sampai kepada antuma pula. Antuma meaning you two. You two. Ya.
Kalau sentence tu panjang, maknanya semua perkataan kena tambah.
Yang mana berkaitan dengan dua tu lah. Kalau berkaitan dengan dua tu, kalau dia Waalaikumsalam tu lah. Kalau dia kata Taliban Arabian ni fil hadiqah, dapat di taman contohnya, maka tak payahlah, hadiqah tu tak adalah. Yang mana describing the two individuals ke, two barang ke, apa ke, yang itu yang takes the dual. So in Arabic dia macam tu. Whenever referring to something, dia punya numbers will go back to yang asal. Kalau asal dia is dua lah dia. Kalau banyak lah dia. Kalau dia female lah dia. Kalau dia tidak, kalau male lah dia. Jadi macam tu dia punya keadaan. So this is where you kena peka dengan perkara ni. Sometimes you have a long sentence talking about a lelaki talking to a female, beating ke ataupun buat apa-apalah to a female. So and then describing in very long sentences. So you will see sometimes ni ada female, ni feminine, ini masculine, then feminine, then masculine, and then you will know that this word actually referring to talking about the female, what's happening to her ke, or to her dia sendiri, ataupun male ke. So this you cannot follow. In Arabic you have to follow this. The female ke, dual ke, numbers ke, semua you cannot follow. So that's why when we go through all this, always keep in mind and remember this very well. This is how Arabic is. Okay, we go to the next. Hal anti tabibatun iraqiyatun. Okay, iraqiyatun. Okay, hal you ataupun as a question, anti you tapi male or female? Female. Tabibatun, doctor, male or female? Female. Iraqiyatun, what does Iraqi means? From Iraq. From Iraq. Male or female? Female juga. So you can see everything is female. Anti is female for anta, you. The word you, the female for you is anti. So anti tabibatun iraqiyatun, semua female. You a Iraqian doctor, Iraqi doctor. And then you have the dual pula. Hal antuma tabibatani iraqiyatani. Jadi pelik, susah nak sebut. Jadi sebab tak biasa. Dual ni something kita tak biasa, jarang jumpa lah dalam Quran, tapi ada. Hal antuma, di situ hal maknanya is a question. You, antuma, you. So antuma is you for two people, male or female? In this case is female, but it can refer to male also, or it can refer to both. Okay, antuma can be used for female or male. Similarly huma. Okay, tabibatani and iraqiyatani. So two doctors or two Iraqian Iraqi doctors. So kat situ apa beza dia dengan yang singular? Alif nun juga, sama for both words. So you can see the words tu, kalau noun dengan dia punya apa nama ni, sifat dia, apa dia panggil, adjectives semua dia ambil alif nun. Tapi bila dia punya macam he or you ke apa ke, dia ada different way of writing duals, So we go to the last in this series. Dia kata apa? Ana muwazzafun jadidun. Muwazzafun jadidun. Ana, I am muwazzafun, employee. Muwazzafun, employee. Jadidun, new. So muwazzafun jadidun means a new employee. So I am a new employee. So this is in singular. So kalau jadi dua, nak kata in the first, ganti nama pertama, macam mana nak cakap? Nahnu muwazzafani jadidani. Okay. Nahnu means we. In this case, sebab dia punya word, the sentence is talking about two people. So we say nahnu di sini dua orang. Tapi kalau katakan kita guna untuk ramai orang pun guna nahnu juga. Nahnu juga. Yes, banyak. Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. Jadi macam tu ayat dia. Jadi itu kegunaan dalam Quran tu. I don't want to confuse people lah, but anyway, kegunaan dalam Quran kadang-kadang nahnu ni untuk one person. Who is apa? Untuk Allah. Allah. Yang itu dipanggil apa? Majestic plural. Maknanya plural hormat. Hormat kepada Allah SWT. Syaraf apa ni? Satu kelebihan. Maknanya nahnu royalty. Usually royalties. Royal we. Okay. Royal we. Bagi majestic plural. Okay. So anyway, nahnu di sini means two. So kita belum sampai kot. Dah pernah belajar belum yang lebih pada dua? Belum ya. So anyway, tak apalah. I just mention it for faedah. So nahnu muwazzafani jadidani. Okay, so nahnu means two, we, and then muwazzafani jadidani. Apa yang tambah? Alif nun, new employees. In English, new employees maknanya mungkin ramai. Tapi dekat sini, kalau you baca just we are new employees, you can never know it is two. In English, in English takkan tahu. Tapi in Arabic, nahnu muwazzafani jadidani, you dah tahu dah. Ni ada dua orang aja. So you can see it is lagi precise. It's a language which is a precise language. Okay. So we have finished the first series of how to change from a singular to a dual. Tapi this is in apa nama ni, kalau dia guna dalam asal dia tu, kalau singular dia ada apa, baris depan. Baris depan. Saya tak ingat apa cara dia panggil kat sini. Anyway, apa nama ni, dia baris depan. Hadza kitabun jadidun. Jadi hadza ni kitabani jadidani. Jadi dia tambah alif nun kalau untuk baris depan. So we look at the next series. Kita baca ya, al-mufrad. Al-mufrad dia qara'tu kitaban jadidan. Okay. You see the difference between kitaban jadidan dengan kitabun jadidun. Yang itu apa beza dia? Satu baris depan, lagi satu lagi baris atas. Kenapa dia baris atas pula kat sini?
Action.
Because there's an action kat sini. There's a verb here. There's a verb. What's the verb? Qara'tu. The meaning is I read. Saya telah membaca. I read. So when you read something, siapa yang lakukan perbuatan ni? The verb ni siapa yang buat? I. So siapa yang terkena? Benda apa yang terkena baca? Yang dibaca? The book. So to differentiate in a sentence, nak differentiate between the person who is doing it and the benda yang terkena perbuatan dalam verb tu. So one will take tanda depan, the next yang kena tu will take tanda atas. So you see qara'tu kitaban. Sebab kitab ni yang dibaca. The action falls on the book. So kitaban jadidan, a new book. So I read a new book. Qara'tu kitaban jadidan. Just to understand this word sahaja. And then we go to the dual pula. We say qara'tu kitabaini jadidaini. Okay. Qara'tu maksudnya I read. Is I kat sini singular ke dual ke? It's a single. This is a single, bukan dual. Macam tadi lain. Tadi jumlah ismiyah, the way dia nak tulis is just subject and predicate. So the subject is dual, predicate pun dual. Tapi kat sini is different. Kalau this kind of sentence punya construction, sentence construction macam ni. So dekat sini qara'tu, I did the action which is reading. I read, saya baca. So saya doesn't have to be dual. Doesn't have to be dual, kan? But the book that I read, since I'm talking about the book dual, so it becomes kita baini jadidaini. Kita baini jadidaini. Okay, qara'tu kita baini jadidaini. So what is the difference between this and the one before? Dia tambah ya dengan nun. Ya dengan nun. Yang sebelum ni the first series kita baca, dia tambah apa? Alif dengan nun. So now what is the difference? Why is there a difference? Because of the verb. And dia nak tunjuk bahawa bila dia punya tanda asal dia tu dah berubah. Bukan lagi the normal baris depan, tapi it is the baris atas. So bila baris atas, tapi nak kata dalam dual form, dia terpaksa letak ya pula. Ya nun. So the way it reads will always be macam ini, which is kita baini, bukan kita bina. Kita biasa kita boleh dengar macam mu'minina, kan? Mu'minina, muslimina, kan? Kita baca macam tu, kan? So ya nun tu biasa ya mati nun baris atas. Tapi di dual, you will read the other way. Baris nun tu will become ke bawah. And then the word before the ya will take baris atas. Jadi daini kita baini. Jadi dia ada dia di tengah tu mati, tapi sebelumnya baris atas. Jadi bain, dain, tain, yain, macam tu. Kalau sebelum ni yang the first series tadi, dia dan, jadi dan, kitaban, nasyitatan, masyhuran, tanda atas juga. Yang sebelum alif tu tanda atas juga. Tapi dan nun tambah tanda bawah. Sama macam this dual yang in the next series ni. Jadi daini, you can see, boleh bandingkan antara hadani kitabani jadidani dengan qara'tu kitabaini jadidaini. Tanda dia sama, kecuali alif dengan ya tu je berbeza. Alif dengan ya tu berbeza. Jadi kitabani jadidan dengan lagi satu ni kitabaini jadidaini. Okay, so once you see the trend, you will understand the trend and you can use it freely, insyaAllah, whenever you find new words. Okay. Cool, we go to the next. Kafa'tu talibatan nashitatan. I rewarded. Kafa'tu, I rewarded. An active talibatan nashitatan. Talibah is student, which is female. Sebab dia ada apa? Sebab ada ta marbutah. Dan nashitah, which is rajin, active, active. So this guy, this person is an active person, and is female or male? It's a female. It's a female. So kafa'tu talibatan nashitatan, I rewarded an active female student. So macam mana nak jadikan kalau ada dua pula student yang nashitah, dua female student, jadi kita kata apa? Kafa'tu talibataini nashitataini. Okay. Lain speed kita dengar, tak apa. Ada yang mengeja lagi, ada mungkin, Allah Ta'ala alam. Tapi whatever it is, yang pentingnya we always try to read. Read aloud, as I mentioned. Read aloud, because this will help you. I sampai sekarang pun baca kitab agama ke apa ke dalam bahasa Arab, I read aloud. Kalau laju pun I read aloud je, so that lidah tu sentiasa biasa dengan menyebut Arab. Kalau tidak tu mula tergeliat. Okay. Okay, we go to the next. We go to the next. Kafa'tu talibatain. Okay, tu dah, sudah. Okay. Ta'allamtu min ustadhin mashhurin. Okay. Ta'allamtu maknanya apa? I learned, I studied, I got knowledge, I attained knowledge. From siapa? Min is from. Ustadhin, professor. Mashhurin, famous. And he is, or she is, is a he, sorry, male, is male. So ta'allamtu min ustadhin mashhurin. So dekat sini ustadhin dia tanda apa? Atas, depan, ni tanda bawah. This is an effect of min. Min is apa dia panggil? Harful jar. Dalam bahasa Arab apa? Preposition. Tak ingat. Okay, preposition. So dia ada preposition. So here you can see a difference in the singular, where dia bukan tanda atas tapi tanda bawah. Okay. So let's see what happens to the dual pula. Kalau kita nak cerita dual. Ta'allamtu min ustadhaini mashhuraini. Okay. I learned from two famous professors. Now, yang dua apa? I ke famous professors? Famous professors yang dua. Okay. So now yang itu saja dua. Ta'allam tu still remains ta'allam tu. No difference. But you can see, walaupun ada perubahan pada tanda dia bukan tanda atas lagi, tanda bawah. Min ustadhin mashhurin, pada singular tu, bila masuk ke dual, dia masih sama juga dengan tanda atas, which is ustadhaini mashhuraini. There's no difference. You tengok ke atas, kitabaini jadi daini, talibataini nashitataini, ustadhaini mashhuraini. Jadi sama saja, asal dia tanda atas pada asalnya. Kalau dia tanda atas atau nak tunjuk ia tanda bawah, dia akan ambil ya nun. Tapi kalau dia tanda depan macam siri sebelum ni, maka dia akan ambil alif nun. This we need to remember. Because bila baca dalam bahasa Arab yang tak ada tanda-tanda ni, this will be a difficult task. You don't have tanda, then you will say ni macam contohnya mashhurain. Orang kata haulai ulama mashhurin, ataupun kanu mashhurin. They are Masyhur. Sini they, ramai. Ejaan dia masyhur macam ni juga. Kalau tak ada letak tanda macam mana baca? Masyhurin ke masyhurain? Tak tahu. So you don't know. So you got to know the story, you got to know what talking about, what is he talking about, about 2 people ke, more than 2 people ke, you kena tahu. Baru you boleh letak sendiri dia punya tanda dia. Sama ada masyhurina atau masyhuraini. Okay, I tulis kat atas. Tulisan ni tak cantik sangat. Masyhur masyhuraini. Masyhurina. The words without the tanda will become macam ni. Dua-dua sama. So you nak baca benda satu. You cannot know, you cannot tell. Sama ada masyhurina atau masyhuraini. Tak tahu. Ini kan sama je. This is where you need the knowledge. What happens to dual? What happens to bila ramai, more than 2. So and then you can later on insya-Allah one day, and I hope all of you can, which is read Arabic books without the tanda. Without the tanda, insya-Allah. And understand, yes. And understand. Okay, mana kita tadi? Okay, so masyhurain atau ustadzaini masyhurain. So it's the same, sama ada dia mansub atau majrur ataupun bahasa Arab tu. Bahasa orang putih kalau ada tanda atas ataupun tanda bawah sama saja. Kalau dia dalam dual form, dia akan tambah ya nun, but it is dalam cara nak sebut dia adalah aini ataupun daini, taini, raini, macam tu cara dia. Okay, we read on. Sallamtu ala dhaifatin amrikiyatin. Okay, I saluted an American female guest. Okay, dhaifatin amrikiyatin, female guest. Sallamtu, I saluted. Ala, upon. Kalau dalam bahasa orang putih, English di sini dia tak mention on ke, he just mention I saluted an American ni. That's how you want to translate freely lah. If you want to translate freely, macam tu. You will follow the English punya cara nak menulis. Tapi kalau you follow word by word translation, letter verbatim dia panggil, verbatim translation, then you will see that orang akan translate sebagai I saluted upon an American guest. Dia nak sebut juga yang ala tu, tapi tak payah. No need, there's no need. Okay. Sallamtu ala dhaifataini amrikiyataini. Sallamtu ala dhaifataini amrikiyataini. Tergeliat lidah, amrikiyatain, tergeliat lagi. Sallamtu ala dhaifatain. Sallamtu, I greeted, I saluted, sama maksud dia. I saluted, mana I bagi salam lah. Ala dhaifataini. Ala has the effect of, sama macam min yang di atas tadi, iaitu these are all, apa dia panggil dia? Prepositions ataupun harf jar. Jadi harf jar dia punya effect is to pull, I mention hari tu, to pull dia tanda daripada tanda depan atau tanda depan tu turun ke tanda bawah, tanda bawah. Tapi dekat sini dia ada plural pula. Jadi bila plural, bila dia ditarik, dia ambil tanda apa? Tanda ya nun. Yang itu dah menjadi dia punya tanda, iaitu sallamtu ala dhaifataini. Ya nun tadi dengan cara sebutan taini, dengan amrikiyataini, it becomes a symbol of dual. Talking about dual of whatever the object is. Dual. Sallamtu ala dhaifataini amrikiyatain. Okay, so we go to the next slide. Qabaltu taliba al-arabiyya. Okay. Qabaltu, I met at-taliba, student, al-arabiyya, Arab. So now qabaltu, ada harful jar tak lepas tu? No preposition. So the this word yang after ni, which is at-talib al-arabiyya, dia perbuatan, the verb is done unto it, or it is the one who is doing it. The verb is done unto the student. So maknanya qabaltu, I met. Siapa yang terkena? Terkena kepada at-talibah. Jadi dia tanda atas, at-talibah al-arabiyya. So now turn it into a dual form. Qabaltu al-talibaini al-arabiyyaini. Qabaltu al-talibaini al-arabiyyaini. Jadi I met the two male Arab students. Okay, again is the same for atas ni semua, which is dia akan tambah ya nun, ya nun. Okay, next one. Sami'tu 'anit tabibati al-iraqiyyati. Okay, I heard. Sami'tu, I heard. An, about. That is, what was it called? An? It's a preposition. What does it do? It will jar. It will pull down the tanda. Jadi tanda apa? Tanda bawa. Jadi tabibati al-iraqiyyati padanya female Iraqi doctor, female Iraqi doctor. That's in singular form. How about in the dual? Sami'tu 'anit tabibataini al-iraqiyyataini. Okay, I heard. Sami'tu an is the same. Tak ada tanda dual ke apa, tak ada. Sami'tu, I heard about anit tabibataini al-iraqiyyataini. So again, the same tanda yang ditambahkan di belakang, iaitu apa dia? Ya nun. That is the tanda of a dual. But in the form of sama ada tanda atas ataupun tanda bawah, sama ada dia jar ataupun dia maf'ul. Okay, let's read the explanatory notes. By examining the first set of the sentences above and focusing on the words and suffixes shown at the end, we will notice that all singular demonstrative as well as personal pronouns have dual forms, which need to be learned if we need to use them in connection to dual nouns and adjectives. I think we have explained that also. And then the next one is if you examine the suffixes at the end of each noun or adjective in the first group, you will notice that all these suffixes are identical. That is the ending alif nun, which is the dual sign for nouns and adjectives when they are in a nominative mood. Ni dia, nominative mood. Yang ini nak cari tadi, I can't remember what is the English word for it. Nominative mood. Maknanya tanda atas, tanda depan, tanda depan. Functioning as subjects or predicates in nominal sentences, in jumlah ismiyah. Okay, yang ni we have explained tadi kan, panjang lebar. So number 3, if you examine these same nouns and adjectives used in the second group, you will notice that they were used in contexts where where they were preceded by either a verb or a preposition. Jadi there are difference between the first group and second group tadi. We mentioned sama ada there's a verb atau ada preposition, yang itu menjadikan dia beza dengan the first group. First group saja yang akan ambil alif nun. Second group dia lain pula. We mentioned tadi, dia kata therefore they are functioning as the objects of the verbs or the objects of preposition. The first is said to be in an accusative mode. Accusative mode maknanya yang verb tu is a object of the verb. Object of the verb, perbuatan tu kena pada dia. So that one is accusative mode. And then the second is said to be in genitive mode. Genitive mode, which is the object of the preposition. Object of the preposition. And the suffix in these two cases sama sahaja, is ya nun. Ya nun ataupun aini. Jadi a ni, dan kalau dalam keadaan accusative ataupun genitive, it is aini. Aini. Thus there are two ending signs for recognizing dual nouns or adjectives. Maknanya ada dua. Macam I mention tadi, there are two ways, two tanda lah, signs of dual, which is alif nun, which we read as ani, ataupun ya nun, which is aini. Jadi two ways of there's two ways, two forms. If they okay, so ani if they are in the nominative mood, or aini if they are in accusative mood, or in a genitive mood. Jadi dua-dua tu sama untuk aini. So dual nouns and adjectives may appear in their indefinite forms. Therefore, without the definite article, maknanya tak ada alif lam, kan? Kadang-kadang in the indefinite form, macam tadi apa dia, kitabani jadidan, kan? Itu indefinite form. Or they might receive the definite article as in singular nouns. Mungkin dia ada alif lam, mungkin. Ada tak? Contoh di sini, kalau yang ada alif lam tu apa ni? Al-Arabi, tatalibul Arabi, itu kan ada alif lam, kan? Jadi dia punya jewel dia at-talibaini al-arabiyaini. Ataupun kalau dia dalam bentuk apa tadi, nominative mood, kalau dia dalam nominative mood, dia jadi at-talibani al-arabiyani. At-talibani al-arabiyan. So boleh, dia ada sama ada indefinite atau definite form, boleh tambah alif nun ataupun ya nun. Okay, so any question on that? Is it clear? Very confusing. Dia sebab apa? Sebab dia ada the three moods. The mood, the mood itu tak tahu pasal dia guna perkataan mood, tapi moods is dia menunjukkan where is it in the sentence and what is happening to it. What is happening to it, whether dia diceritakan atau dia objek yang diceritakan, atau dia yang dikenakan, ataupun benda sesuatu berlaku padanya ke, macam tu semua. That's where these moods are used in Arabic. So bila ada in a normal sentence, when we say this is a book, ni semua, this kind of sentence kita panggil jumlah ismiyah, they are all in nominative mood. All nominative mood. Kalau dia singular, dia ada kitabun, jadidun, tanda tanwin, baris depan semuanya. Itu yang asal. baris depan. Tapi kalau singular, kalau double, dual, dia ambil tanda alif nun. Alif nun. Itu yang ingat, itu je. But for dual, kalau dalam other forms, sama ada verb is an object of a verb, maknanya darabtu rajulan, darabtu rajulan, I pukul, I hit two people, two men. So these two men are being, the verb is falling into it. Is the verb, the object of the verb. Object of the verb. So now this object of the verb, in this way of sentences ni, dia kena beza dengan yang asal tadi. Yang asal tadi, when you are just saying this is a book, this is a two men, apa semua, itu tanda depan tu. So bila dia jadi object of a verb, dia ambil tanda atas. And then kalau you nak masuk preposition pula, there must be some change also. There must be an effect in Arabic language. So the effect is, dia jadi another mood pula, genitive pula, tanda bawah pula. Tanda bawah pula. But the good thing in dual is, tanda atas ke, tanda bawah ke, tandanya sama untuk dual, which is ya nun. Tanda ni sama untuk dual. Tapi kalau tanda yang biasa, dia panggil nominative mood tu, tanda dia alif nun. So itu saja yang you need to remember, which is quite clear insyaAllah. Bila masuk kepada plural lagi pening. No, don't mean to discourage you, tapi tapi you have to go through all that lah. But the advantage will be for the one who selalu baca Quran. Orang yang biasa baca Quran, dia akan ingat, dia akan dapat the apa ni dipanggil, the trend tu dah ada. Dia dah biasa dengan that kind of trend. So plural will be easier for you. Macam-macam jenis cara nak jadi plural. Jadi semua jadi easy. Ala muslimun, muslimuna, atau muslimina, depending where it is. And then ada muslimat lagi. Itu buat tiga pun. Waktu kalau miftah, mafatih, jadi lain pula. Ismun jadi asma. Jadi semua berbeza-beza cara dia. Tapi yang pentingnya, if you dah biasa dengan baca Quran, these things will be easy for you. Nak sebut will be easy for you, insyaAllah. Because apa nama ni, ini semua taufik daripada Allah SWT. Okey, kita pergi kepada new vocabulary. Asma. Itu pun plural tu, asma. Plural kepada apa? Ismun, nouns. Okey. So the vocabulary yang kita belajar, which is hadani, which is for apa? These two for masculine. These two for masculine. Hadani. Kalau katakan ada seorang lelaki dan seorang perempuan, nak kata macam mana? Sebab yang hatan ni, itu perempuan pula. Hatan ni kan, yang selepas tu hatan, itu untuk these two for feminine. So kalau ada man seorang, female seorang, macam mana pula? The easiest way is macam mana? Pick up the phone and call me. Joking. No, bukan. Apa ni? You guna apa? You guna male. Bila macam tu, you guna male. Hadani. Hadani. Okay, then you have the next one, which is huma. Huma is for? They untuk dua orang, masculine and feminine sama. Jadi you say huma. Whether dia dua orang tu is lelaki ataupun perempuan, sama je. Ataupun campuran dua lelaki perempuan pun sama. Ataupun orang itu kita tak tahu dia lelaki ke perempuan, pun sama juga. Itu macam mana tu? Ada ke orang kita tak tahu lelaki perempuan? Anyway. Okay, and then antuma. Antuma is you for two. Senang, dia ada anta. Anta kita biasa dengar anta apa, maknanya you lah. Tapi bila ada mim alif kat situ, dia tanda bahawa ianya dual. Supaya juga dengan huwa, he, dia tambah mim alif dia, buang waw tu, dia jadi huma, which is for two. Dan bila dia dalam nanti kita terangkanlah itu plural later. And then we have the nahnu, which is we for dual and plural. Nahnu, we for dual and plural. And then muwazzafun, muwazzafatun, itu maknanya employee, maknanya employee. Muwazzaf maknanya is a male, muwazzafatun female. Okay. Now we go to the verbs pula. Kafa'tu, I rewarded. Tu biasanya always means meaning I. In the present or past tense? In the past tense. Jadi kafa'tu, I rewarded. Ta'allamtu, I learned. Sallamtu, in brackets, ala. Dia mana nak bagi tahu kat sini, biasanya ala ni digunakan selepas sallamtu. Bila kita kata sallamtu ala, dia jadi I saluted him, I greeted him. Jadi kalau maknanya ala tu, it is a preposition which usually comes after perkataan sallama ataupun sallamtu. Serupa juga dengan sami'tu. Kalau nak kata, you want to say I heard about something, you will say sami'tu an. Tapi you boleh kata sami'tuhu, I heard him, tanpa an. Kalau you letak an, dia jadi about him. Tapi kalau direct sami'tuhu, I heard him, maknanya I heard him. Bila dia cakap, so I heard him say, not about him, tapi I heard what he said. Okay. Nah, an ustaz, no, an meaning apa namanya, about. It's macam contohnya dalam hadis, biasa dia kata hadis, hadis itu an, itu dia kata an fulan. Lepas tu sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam yaqul. Dia tak kata sami'tu an, I heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam yaqul, berkata. Sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam berkata, begitu. Tak ada an. Qabaltu, I met. Okay. Okay. So we go to the remember list. Tadhakkar atau tadhakkari. Unlike English, Arabic has extra number, specifically for two, which is called dual ataupun muthanna in Arabic. The demonstrative pronouns and the subject pronouns have their own dual forms related specifically to two in number. Okay, the dual yang tadi itu demonstrative tadi, which is the apa dia? Yang mana satu demonstrative pronouns? Hadan, hadani, hadi, semua tu Sorry, I'm not used to the English words. Okay. Ala kulli hal, Demonstrative. Demonstrative tu yang mana? Saya pun tak ni. Tak berapa sure the English words for it. This tu lah, yang tu okey. So okey. Dia panggil ism isyarah dalam bahasa Arab. So kat sini mana demonstrative lah, demonstrative. So okey, demonstrative pronouns and subject pronouns have their own dual form. Sebenarnya sama macam yang depan tadi. The first ni dia kata hadani kitabani jadidan. Semua jadi dua. Okay. So and then number 3, it is the dual nouns and adjectives result by adding one of the two suffixes to the end of their singulars. Alif nun atau ani for the nominative case ending, or ataupun n aini for the genitive case ending. Okay, ini kita dah explain tadi. And then if a dual noun is followed by an adjective, the adjective must be also dual and in the same form as the noun it describes. So maknanya kat sini adjective ni macam contohnya jadidan. Jadidan is adjective, describing what? Describing kitaban, two books. So kitaban is the apa dia panggil, noun, dual noun, and then we have the adjective which is jadidan. Jadi dua-dua pun ambil muthanna, dua-dua ambil dual. Nah.
Kalau katakan ada black lah, macam kalau katakan book ni ada tambah black kan, dia dah two new black books.
Sama lah,
Black tu
tambah juga, sama juga.
ada new kalau
Sama juga Aswadain. Aswadain. Ada tak nanti? Maybe you will read later. Tak ada lagi. Nanti later insyaAllah. Nanti kita sampai insyaAllah. Okay. So we go to the tadribat exercises. Read the following sentences. Underline all the words that appear to be in dual forms, then attempt an English translation. One is done for you as an example. Al-baydatani fi thallajati. Al-baydatani fi thallajati. The two eggs. Al-baydatani. The two eggs fi thallajati are in the refrigerator. Okay, so you can see describing two things is apa dia yang dua, the eggs. Benda eggs tu berada di dalam sesuatu perkara, satu benda, which is refrigerator. Tak semestinya dua. So maka dia tak ada, it doesn't have a dual form. Okay, so I think apa nama ni, biasanya bagi homework then in that case I'll leave that for your homework lah. Leave that for your homework for number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Biasanya semua lah, semua homework. Senang cerita lah. Okay, we just read the questions and then so that you understand. So yang first one is read the following sentences, underline all the words. Underline all the words that appear to be in dual form. So you're gonna underline lah. Kalau ada two eggs tu, you underline the two eggs. Then attempt an English translation. English translation. So you translate lah. Translate. So translate. But before that you have to underline the dual form. Okay. Kalau kat sini al-baydatan, you underline al-baydatan. Okay. So number 2 pula. Translate the following sentences into Arabic, orally and written. Orally and written. So okay lah, you all buat written and then after that you all and then you can read to Ustaz Yunus lah, insyaAllah. Okay, and then number 3, translate the following sentences into English, orally. I think this one we can do. The next one, change the singular pronouns, nouns, and adjectives of the following sentences into appropriate dual forms. The first is done for you as an example. Aina sunduqul kabir, aina sunduqani likabiran. I think it's quite straightforward, inshallah. And then number 5 is fill in the blanks with the appropriate form of the dual adjectives from among those given in brackets to match with the form of the dual nouns. Di situ ada ni. The question that you mentioned, you asked tadi tu, dekat sini jawapan dia. Al-qalamani, lepas tu dia ada warna, warna. Al-ahmaraini ataupun al-ahmarani, yang mana satu? Okay, that one you have to pilih nanti. And then after that, as your ni lah, your exercise. Then the number 6. Okay, number 6. Number 6 ni ada 2. Unscramble the following sets of words to make from each of them a full meaningful sentence, as in the given example, and then translate the resultant sentences into English. Oh, okay, so kena susun lah, susun and then translate. I think it should be easy, inshallah. Inshallah. Number 6. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blank cells either with the dual to a given singular or the singular to a given dual. Oh, okay, good. So I think this also should be. Okay, so we just go back to number 3 and then we finish with that, inshallah. Okay, number 3. Okay, siapa nak attempt number 1? Okay, I'll just start from you. Okay. Number mana ni? Number 3 ya? Sisters, okay. Al-muwadhafatani, 2 employee. Al-jadidatani, dia punya adjective, maknanya dia 2 juga, 2 adjective dia mesti new. And then what is the predicate, which is ukhtan. So sisters. Ukhtun is a sister. Kalau dual, ukhtan, dia tambah apa? Alif nun. Dia tambah alif nun. Okay, next, Hasan. To Arab restaurant. Definite or indefinite? Indefinite. So biasa dalam bahasa Inggeris dia kata he went to A ataupun Arabic restaurant. To Arabic restaurant. To Arabic restaurant. So di sini definite ke indefinite? Indefinite juga. Still indefinite. To Arabic restaurant. Yang mana satu? Tak tahu. Okay, good. Next. Mosques. Okay. He talked about, ataupun he is talking about to the 2 new mosques. Okay. Dekat situ ada the. Definite. Okay, next. The tool or car belong to the ustaz. Oh, okay. Kesian dia ada dua or car je. Aduh. Okey. Anta ya akhi? Syekh? Just yet. Baghdad, number 5. Al-Basratu. Al-Basratu. Basra is another city,
Basra is a city in Iraq.
Is a city or two cities in Iraq. Jadi Baghdad and Al-Basra is two cities in Iraq. Okay, baik. So kat sini siapa? Nak start ke mana? Semua tak nak pandang. Semua boleh sibuk semua. Okay, number 6 from sini. Di ujung sana ni. Lagi sekali. From France. The two skilled cooks are from France. Okay, Santi. Okay, next.
Umar Jundiyani Amrikiyani. They are Jundiya
Askar.
Soldiers. They are two American soldiers.
Yes. Ascent. Okay, next. Marah Arabic student, kata dia American. The two student, Arabic student. Are you two Arabic students? Okay, Ahsant. Next.
They are
Two sincere friends. Jadi
Are you Arabic student of Arabic language or
Arab students. Arab students. Maknanya student daripada negara Arab lah. Okay, so Ahsant. Next.
تعلمت في مدرستين صغيرتين. I learned in two small schools.
Two small schools. Good. Jadi kenapa you tak translate sebagai the two small schools? Tak ada. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, so I think inshallah you will be able to continue with the rest of the ni. Inshallah prepare for Ustaz Yunus ke ataupun if I still have to have the opportunity lagi, and then we will see each other inshallah. But any questions on the exercises ke ataupun the lesson today? Any question? Oh, Zulfikar. Dia tanya kalau boleh form apa e-group e-group for this class under yayasan. Permintaan ni. Tu website ada kan. Tengok macam mana nak buat lah kan. Oh yes. Boleh tu kalau anda boleh buat mana apa. Kalau nak lah kan. Does the students, the rest of the students, you agree kalau buat e-group ke untuk this ni, untuk belajar bahasa Arab ni? You can post questions ke apa ke in the group, maknanya through email lah, through email. I mean there's a suggestion lah from the Tuan Syekh lah. You agree or not agree? If ada yang tak agree tak? Hands up kalau tak agree. Or hands up kalau tak ada email. Semua ada email lah. So maybe depends on the yayasan punya ni. Kalau nak buat kan, Cik Zulfikar, kalau nak buat nanti maknanya just get their own email dan ni lah. Kalau you nak pertolongan apa, boleh tolong buatkan the group lah. For learning lah, for learning purpose sajalah. Ya. Yes. Yes. Rabbighfirli waliwalidayya. Why is dayya bukan dain? Sebab dia ada ya main nisbah. Jadi dia hilang nun, dia ambil ya. Jadi dia tidak wali-walidi, tapi dia kata wali-walidayya, maknanya my two parents. Okay. Allahumma ajirni dengan ajirna. Ajirni for me, I was singular. Ajirna for plural or two or more. Allahumma ajirna. So bila you berdoa in a group, you are making a doa, then you say Allahumma ajirna. Kalau you are singular seorang-seorang, then you say Allahumma ajirni. Kalau nak kata ajirna pun boleh. Boleh lah. I mean in Arabic maknanya tidaklah berapa tepat, tapi you can say that lah. Sebab dalam Quran pun banyak doa macam Rabbana zalamna anfusana kan, wahai Tuhan, aku telah I've wronged myself. But sini we have wronged ourselves. Jadi you are talking about yourself, but perhaps you're talking about we in a community also have wronged ourselves. So you can say zalamna anfusana. Saya boleh we in the sense of we. Dia ada isyarat kepada jamaah, group, meaning to be together in doing good things, to be together in good things. Ta'awun 'alal birri wat taqwa, dalam Quran, isyarat-isyarat lah dalam Al-Quran. Tapi tak maknanya kena ada group yang kita namakan lah, ini parti apa ke ni apa, tak semesti tu. Dalam Islam maknanya ta'awun, kerjasama tu, tolong-menolong, dia maknanya in a group sekali, maknanya you want to do things together to achieve something good, tapi it doesn't have to be now you have to sign up. It doesn't mean that. Okay. Zaman Nabi pun tak ada lagi application form, tak ada. To be a Muslim, can I be the application form? You have to be in this group. Okay, any question lagi? I think there's another program kan, 3:45 Okay, last call. Tak ada student outside pun tapi selamat sikit lah. Lain kali nak mula daripada luar. Okey, tak apa. Saya sampai situ insya-Allah. Sallallahu alaihi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.